Okay, Eachine's smallest RTF so far that I'm aware of, E012. Now the E010 was probably 2016's most popular quad, and it's exceptionally good. It flies great, it's so smooth. I mean, it's a standard brushed quad, so the trim's going to drift a little bit during the flight, but it flew great. It had a decent amount of power as long as you weren't going to put a camera on it. And on sale, it was under a tenner. I think I bought about 8 of them for people at Christmas last year, and I don't know one person that's actually broken one yet. And a bunch of those have actually moved on to flying brushless rigs and what have you, so it definitely works as a trainer. Can't recommend it enough. The E011 was a 7mm motor version, which was, in my opinion, even better. It would actually carry a camera. It flies fantastic, especially if you take that little Lego man off the top of it. And that can be had for about the same money, really. Just over 10 quid on sale. I think 12 quid if not. Can't recommend it enough. This one, I'm 50-50 on at the moment, because if you're just going to fly it inside, I think it's pretty good. It's not bad, but it lacks the precision and finesse that the other two slightly larger brothers do. I'm not sure that's because it's smaller and we've still got ducts and there's something going on with the airflow, or it's just the battery just doesn't kick out enough to be really good. Just get little twitches basically on the yaw, and it tends to drift to the side when you're flying slightly. So like I say, it flies pretty well. Been a bit harsh on it really, because it's as big as my thumbnail. You've got to plug the battery in first, and then slide it into its little bay, but that kind of stops the battery connector coming out to a point. Put your throttle to the bottom, turn it on, throttle to the max, throttle to the bottom, and then you're bound, you're good to go. Okay. Pretty good. But you're thinking, why is he so harsh on that poor little quad? Give it a bit of trim. That's it. Because we've got no wind. I'll put the footage on straight after this, if not before, of how it handled the most minute breeze out in the park. And see that turn a little bit left? It wasn't too bad there. Not too bad there. It's going to drift to the side, and yours a little bit imprecise. Eachine E012, a big number, smaller quad. Not sure how that works, but it works. With super low rates. Smooth, but very, very mild. Now, trim feels like it's drifting in flight already. Yeah, there's nothing stuck in the props, so we'll set that down to level again. Not very impressed with the tuning, or the trimming on that. Now I'm leaning backwards, so I'm just going to give it a couple of clicks forwards to start off with. Yeah, it's still got some pretty aggressive lean to the side. So it flies smooth, but it's like the trim's drifting pretty badly, to be honest. The E010 is really good. I mean, the trim drifts slightly in flight, but it's really good. It's precise to fly. You get through that. Yeah, it doesn't even have a lot of power. I'm travelling forwards there, give it a bit more throttle and it kind of levels out. So that's the third mode. Yours slightly faster and it looks like it gives me a little bit more pitch, but yeah, it's like I'm pressing forwards and I add more throttle and it levels out, and then I let go of the throttle and it leans forwards more. It's like a version 1 Ladybird from Walkera that couldn't take more than 2 inputs at once. The self-level works really well, but it's super springy. Really, really springy. It's dead hard to get a smooth transition where you kind of let off the forward pitch. Yeah, it just kind of jerks back as soon as you get back to center. I mean, it's smooth. I can fly smooth circuits with it, but it does not feel as predictable as the E010. It's just ever so slightly bigger. There's still 6mm motors in this one, but they're about half the height. Like really, really tiny. I dig the lights. Orientation-wise, a little white light on the front is great. And we've got red in the back for a change. Fantastic. Okay, put this one down. We've also got headless mode and return on this. Return is just going to press backwards, and if you're in headless it will just press backwards while in headless, so we'll try that one. You can see it going ever so slightly right when I go backwards and forwards when I go left. That's pretty normal for this type of quad. It's basically just going reverse of your inputs. And then, so I'll just take it out of that. But it does work, headless does work to a point. If you press return to home, it's just going to come back at you. But it doesn't stop. It doesn't stop, it will just keep coming back until you put an input in there. So I started there and I press return to home. It won't stop there, it just keeps coming. So I have to let on. It's not the best at recoveries, so if you do go high and let go of your throttle, be prepared for some distance to recover. As with all these little micros, we've got a flip. The flip button is the right stick. Press it in, and then hold the direction. So press it in, wait for the beep. Hold the direction. It's alright. Again, if you give it enough, it will recover okay, but not something that I would necessarily want to use. Your pitch is pretty decent, for inside anyway. That's the first mode. The left stick, press it down. It's going to go to 2 beats, which is quite a bit faster. Just that little jerk when you change from left to right coordinate turns. And then the third mode, 3 beats, quite a bit perkier. Now already I can feel that my forward cyclic isn't having as much effect. It seems to drift throughout flight, so you need to give it, like the other E010s did as well, it slowly drifts backwards, so if you're flying FPV, your forward actually needs a bit of forward trim throughout the flight. So be aware of that. That's a couple of clicks of forward trim. And now it seems to be moving forward again at the same pace. It gets affected when you fly over things more than a slightly bigger quad as well. So, put that back into the first mode for the moment because it's just smoother and more predictable for flying inside. I can feel the power going a fair bit now. It's not got a lot of punch out. So I'd expect this to start, oh, whoa, barely lift itself, there you go, flashing lights. I don't think this will land itself until it's absolutely flat, so when you see the flashing lights it's pretty imperative that you come in. Might sound harsh what I said at the start of this video, because it flies okay really considering, but there's a whole bunch of quads this size that fly quite a bit better in terms of how neutral they are and how springy the cyclic is. E011 for a start, and E010. So I'm only holding it up to the standard that's already available by Eachine, which I think is fair. Okay, we're going to revisit this one outside. Have a take two. Now there's next to no wind today. That is speed 1. Very sedate. Woo! Couple of clicks of left trim there needed. Okay. 2 speed. Okay. Yeah. Nice chunk more pitch there. So if you get it completely wind-free outside, it's quite good, but those little tiny bits of imprecision you get from this being so small are really, really exaggerated when you get a little bit of wind. That's full pitch. Raw. Okay. 3 beeps. Yeah. So you can get this thing going at full pitch, so to speak. Add a little bit of throttle in and it backs up. See that back level up there? It just hasn't got enough power. So I think the small ducts are definitely creating a little bit of turbulence and what have you, but it's mainly not having a lot of power. That is as fast as this thing goes. Pedal to the metal. It's quite tame, bless it. Let's give it some forward trim. As much forward trim as we can give it. So yeah, my comments on this one stand. It's just not as accurate and precise as the E010, which is, you're capable of flying that really, really smoothly. I'm kind of curious to cut off the ducts on this thing, just to see if it flies any better, but I'm not going to do that. This one is up for giveaway, so if you put in the comments, I don't know, give me a good reason why you want this quad. And I'll do a random pick, just like the previous times. If this quad would like to be in your hands, tell me why. I should have taken it down the slide over there, but there was a couple of people. Okay, I've barely got enough power to climb now, but I'm not flashing. Just going to cruise around and see what flight we do get. I might have got the tree. So yours nice and smooth. It's pitch that kind of jolts backwards and forwards when you add the pitch. Sorry, add the throttle. Okay, we're going down. Oh, with pitch there, it did not have enough to keep itself up. It's still going in a gentle hover and flight, it is. Headless does not want to work out here. Oh, we're going down, we're going down. We're going to bring it back. Still not flashing, but I don't have enough power to actually fly with pitch. There we are, we're flashing. That did seem like a pretty good flight time, to be honest, for a 2 milliamp battery or whatever that tiny little thing is. 100 milliamps, I think. So yes, drop a reason in the comments why you want this one, and we'll do a little giveaway.